Look, everyone is talking about motivation versus discipline. And you've heard the rhetoric before. Motivation is good when you're getting started, but you're not always going to be motivated. You need to have the discipline to keep showing up for your training, keep showing up for your business, keep showing up for your work, your family. You need to keep showing up and doing the good habits when it gets difficult. But on the flip side, when you're actually motivated to do your work, when you're actually motivated to go to the gym, that's even better. It's amazing. All right, motivation is a beautiful thing, and we want to be prioritizing and maximizing the amount of motivation we have. Because there are two sides to this equation. But what have I told you? But actually, neither side is the most effective, and there's actually one thing which is better than any of these options, which is having momentum. Because I was thinking, I always say that, and other people say this about me too, I'm disciplined because I go to the gym every day. But it's not discipline because I want to do it. But it's also not motivation because sometimes I'm not motivated to go to the gym. But I still go. But I wouldn't say I'm using discipline. And I was sat there thinking one day, and what actually is it that keeps me going to the gym? It's momentum. I've just done it for so many weeks in a row. I just keep doing it naturally. And this is better than motivation. This is better than discipline because motivation will fluctuate. You're not always going to want to train. You're not going to always want to show up. Discipline is definitely useful. But once you've been disciplined for a long enough time, you can switch your channel of energy to momentum. And this is the point that you should all want to get to. All right. So here's what you do. All right. At the start, you have the motivation to do something, to start your business, to train hard. Let's go with the gym. All right. You have the motivation to want to build a good physique. You have to use some discipline to show up because after the first few sessions which you were motivated for, you have to switch to discipline. You have to use some discipline to show up on those days where you're a bit tired, you're a bit fatigued, you don't want to go. Sure, use discipline. But once you've built up that discipline and you've been doing it consistently, you've built up momentum, and you can rely on that momentum to keep you showing up and doing what you have to do. Because momentum is so much better than motivation, which fluctuates. Discipline, which is quite difficult. There is definitely a place for discipline. You have to use it. But more importantly, you want to be building momentum. So I know right now it feels difficult. You've got resistance because you haven't built up that momentum yet. But stick to the difficult task, showing up to the gym, showing up for your work, showing up, studying consistently. And give it, maybe a few weeks, maybe even a couple months. And you will build a level of momentum where you don't even need to think about it anymore. Once you can switch your source of energy to momentum, your life will change, and that habit will be consolidated into your routine forever.